Hello everyone, this is Jiayu. Today I'm going to talk about our business analytics project for San Francisco Airport. Here is a glance of our agenda. We will cover the contest, frame questions, solution, process, and then we will finally come to a conclusion and recommendations. Just to give you a little bit of the background, SFO is an international airport that provides service facilities to passengers, airlines, and retailers. It is located in the Bay Area of North California, where challenge and opportunities are both high. So right now they are trying to push themselves to be the #1 international airport in customer satisfaction and to become the first choice for premium passengers. Yet, there is a gap between the reality and their expectation. So we need to find out what is preventing them from being the #1 objective and what can be done to improve its performance. Based on the information needs, we have come up with 3 frame questions. The first is, how does SFO perform against its local competitors, such as San John's Airport and Oakland Airport? The second is, what are the significant factors of customer satisfaction for SFO? And the third is for premium passengers. What are the significant factors for them that they care the most? By answering these 3 questions, we should be able to know what are the important factors for customer satisfaction, and therefore we can help SFO to improve its customer service. So just a quick look of what the results of our analysis. SFO does not perform well on cargo business. The majority of its customers are still short-haul passengers. In terms of customer service, indoor facilities is significant to SFO, especially signs and screens. And for premium passengers, they carry transportation inside the airport the most. So possible recommendation could be to improve cargo business, enhance indoor facilities, and provide exclusive services to premium passengers. So in the following part, I will introduce the process of our analysis in detail. For our first question, which is how does SFO perform against its local competitors, we look into the data of media release from several organizations. As we discovered, SFO is one of the busiest airports in the world. It is the 21st by passenger traffic and 20th by aircraft movement. From a local perspective, it is the regional leader in passenger transportation. It has up to 70% of the local market share, and when it comes to international flights, the percentage rises to 95%. On the other hand, short-haul passengers are still the largest customer group. They account for 77% of all the customer records. And we can see a potential in growing cargo and international flight business. So these are 2 charts we extracted from the Airport Council International. As you can see, SFO has the most passenger traffic. However, when it comes to cargo business, Oakland Airport actually ranks higher than SFO. So if SFO want to pursue the #1 international airport in the world, it has to consider growing its cargo business as well. So for the next question is, what are the significant factors for customer satisfaction? So the first step you do is to run a factor analysis to reduce the variables of the data in customer survey. And then we run a regression model and we discovered that air train boarding gateway size and screens has a significant relationship with the overall impression. And among these four aspects, air train is the most significant one. So how does SFO perform in this aspect? By using tabulation and comparing data from 2015 and 2016, we discovered that although SFO performed well in air train and gateways, the ratings in airport screens and signs decreased since 2015. So this is a screenshot of what we did in the jump 2. Again, we did a factor analysis first to reduce the variables, and then we used the regression analysis to identify significant factors. And then we compared the data from 2015 and 2016 to find out what is the underperforming factors of SFO. Moving to the third question, which is what are the significant factors for premium passengers? The first thing we should do is to define the premium passengers. So as we look into the 2015 customer survey data, we decided to define passengers who have traveled more than 7 times from SFO to be our premium passengers. As we look into the demographic information, we can see that this group is actually aged from 35 to 44, with over 150,000 household income, and they usually take flights from SFO for more than 10 years, so they are actually a loyal customers. And for this group, the most significant factors is transportation and signage in the airport. So this is another screenshot of what we did in the jump analysis. As what we did in question 2, we first use correlation analysis to identify some strong correlated factors, and then we put it in the regression model. And as you can see, walkways and air train are the most significant ones. And on the lower right, as you can see in the histogram, these are the demographic information that we extract. So finally, to recap what I have presented in the presentation, SFO performed rigs on cargo business compared with its local competitors, and more passengers are traveling for short-term distance. In terms of customer service, indoor facilities is the most significant factors, and for premium passengers, they highly value transportation inside the airport. So based on the results we find out, we also look into the customer complaints in the survey. So here are 6 recommendations that we put. On a general level, SFO should grow its international flight and improve cargo business. Since more passengers are short-haul passengers, they should offer more short-term parking lots for those passengers. In terms of customer service, they should add one more language on the signs and enhance the accuracy of both the signs and screens, so that passengers will have a clear sense of where they are headed. And finally, for premium passengers, SFO can consider providing pickup service for them, or adding valet service for them, so that it will be more convenient for them to be transported from the outside of airport to the terminals. So so that's all for our presentation. Thank you for watching.